Hello, my name is Samuel P. Rose, and I'm responsible for this film. I wish I could say that I was under the influence of some kind of drugs when I did it, or that, the mafia maybe had a hand in it. No, it's surely my own incompetence that made this movie, and a lot of money. Money and incompetence together do not make a good movie. I should have known this before, but unfortunately, there was really there was no precedent for a movie this bad. I mean, Ed Wood had his moments, but this had some serious problems right from the get-go. I looked at that script and said, this will never be made into a movie, and unfortunately, I was wrong. I'd urge you right now to turn off your DVD players and not watch anymore, but if you paid your money to rent it, I can only apologize and say that you should probably be wearing a blindfold. I'm sure you have something better to do, but if you can't think of anything... Well, if you're still here, then I might as well just get on with the commentary. These are the two leads, Arlington Happenstance and Smithwell Brokerow. I'd like to say that the film is their fault, that they can't act, but unfortunately that's not true. They're actually quite good actors. They've had their problems in the past, notoriously. I can't apologize for them, obviously, but on set they were good. They had a lot of chemistry, which is surprising considering Smithwell's taste in animals. Now, a lot of people have criticized me for my use of gratuitous sex scenes in this film. There are more than 20 sex scenes, totaling almost 45 minutes. Now, that technically makes it porn. The ratings board is pretty stickly about that. But I think porn is in the eye of the beholder. I don't think that you can judge a movie just based on its sex scenes. I mean, every single sex scene in this film serves the plot in some way. For instance, this sex scene obviously advances the possibilities of why these people are chasing them. And a later sex scene does the same thing. We did have to come up with some serious plot contrivances to get them into bed that often, and well, I think it works out. There is, of course, the many times that he gets shot and she has to have sex with him to cure him. A bit of a cliche, I know, but I think it works. I can't really remember how we got that special effect right. I think I took a plaster cast of her face, and then I think we smashed it with a sledgehammer. I don't recall. I was on a lot of medication. It was Richard Phelps Chamberlain, the famous British thespian. Thespian. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. Thespian. Oh God. A lot of the crew had a good laugh at my expense, of course, but I had to get 7 stitches. This scene was particularly hard to shoot. We had a helicopter for only a few days, and we had to cut the scenes that used it, but we didn't want to waste the helicopter, so we shot this entire scene from the helicopter. We had to gyro stabilize the set, which was difficult since it was on a swamp at the time. So this is all shot from about 500 feet in the air, and that was quite difficult. A lot of people have questioned me about the inclusion of vampires in this film. The truth is that they were hot right then, and they were a good villain, and we originally intended to have these flashy vampire effects whenever they got killed, like Blade, but we ran out of money after the helicopter thing, and so we had to come up with a more classical sort of Bela Lugosi. And they had these amazing donuts on set this one day. I think it was the best day of shooting. They were just tasty as hell. I wish I could get them. Some people think that the inclusion of hot dogs in this movie is a symbolic metaphor, a Freudian thing. It's not. It's product placement. Yeah, eat hot dogs. They're good. According to certain content organizations, the theme song of the movie has to actually appear in the movie to be considered a theme song. this is the best way we could figure out to get it in. Those unimaginative bastards really tied our hands, you know. Yeah, I can't really account for this scene. I'm not sure if this was even included in the original script. I actually wept when we shot this scene. It was powerful. It was moving. It was probably the best scene I've ever shot in my life. I think that I needed my medication adjusted. Later it got better. I stopped having mood swings like that. A lot of people have claimed that this movie is gratuitously violent and insane and full of sex, and I can't argue with that. It is. But if you didn't want to see that, you should have seen a Samuel P. Rose movie. That's what I do, and that's what I do well. There's a lot of people out there who can't understand that that's me. That's me on screen. But it's over now, and I thank you for sticking it out. I mean, that was really good of you. There's nothing past this. You can go. You can turn off the movie. It's not funny anymore. Go away.